The North Bay Leadership Council recently held its first annual Leaders of the North Bay Awards luncheon to honor people who are making a positive difference in the community and transforming good intentions into positive action.
This was an inaugural event, so we were really pleasantly surprised when we got over 60 nominations, and they were fabulous nominations, so it was a really tough call to pick one in each category.
I can't tell you how gratifying it is that we're all here joining together and celebrating leadership and celebrating the leaders among us. And we really want to use this event as a way to showcase leadership in all its positive ways and hopefully to develop new leaders to join us in our quest for a higher quality of life for the North Bay.
The keynote speaker setting the tone for the awards presentation had worked in Washington, D.C. as former President Bill Clinton's White House Chief of Staff, Leon Panetta.
This is the way you have to get it done in a democracy. You've got to pull together, all of you as citizens have to work together to make sure that we do everything possible to improve our communities so that our children can enjoy a better life.
Mr. Panetta shared with the audience what a far-reaching impact one leader can have on the world, something visible among all the honorees.
We just have to say, look, if I can just take a moment and give something back to the community, yeah, it's going to take some time. And yes, I could be doing something else, or yes, I could be playing someplace else, or yes, I could be doing a million other things. But you know what? As a citizen in this country, I don't think you have a higher obligation than to be a good citizen and try to make sure that you're working with others in your community.
Not many people can say they've done something in their lives to benefit all of humankind. But one North Bay leader has done just that, although she's too humble to tell you that herself.
I was one of thousands that I was able to galvanize the support of thousands, literally thousands of Marinites, to create an Institute on Aging, because hundreds of thousands of people in this area understand the wisdom of Mrs. Buck's vision that we do need to extend help towards the problems of the aged.
Mary McEachran led the way to bring the world-renowned Buck Institute to the North Bay. In fact, Mary is often fondly called the mother of the Buck Institute. It's a dream she held to and worked tirelessly for more than 10 years. A decade filled with many cavernous pitfalls, but Mary never gave up.
She's the most brilliant, tenacious person I've ever known. And when she grabs onto something, she won't rest till it's done. And this took every conceivable attribute that she possesses, and nobody, in my view, nobody could have pulled this off but her.
Mary left a prestigious law partnership in San Francisco to become the Institute's first employee and executive director. She faced an incredible uphill battle to secure Buck trust money for the Institute.
She's a peacemaker, and she can bring people together of instinctively opposite points of view. And so that was critically necessary here, because you had a very wary public saying, what is this anyway?
I think one of the reasons it happened is because I'm so pig-headed that I wouldn't conceive of anything else. I wouldn't conceive of it not happening. So it always had to be. It was so perfect in terms of what Mrs. Buck would have wished.
Now the Buck Institute on Age Research is an independent, world-class biomedical research center where scientists have already made impressive breakthroughs in Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and Huntington's diseases.
Without this place, people's lot all over the world would be worse, because one thing we have in common, we all age. And so they all will benefit, worldwide will benefit by the results of the efforts here. It's a magnificent accomplishment that never would have been without Mary McEachran.
Besides securing money for the research center, Mary fought to obtain permits. She even secured famed architect I.M. Pei to design the Institute. Those who work with her say she just knows how to engage people and get them excited about a project.
Mary had such an incredible can-do attitude that you would say, okay, I'll give it a try. And so Mary really inspired those people around her to give their all. And just, we kept it going.
I'm just the luckiest person on the planet that I was in the right place at the right time and was allowed to be associated with this, because look around. It's not only a spectacular building, but look at the spectacular science that's occurring inside. Our mission from the court was to benefit all of humankind, and that's exactly what we're doing.
The Buck Institute has just received a $25 million grant, and although Mary has passed on the torch to others to carry the Institute to new heights, she'll always be considered the woman behind bringing vitality to the North Bay and all mankind. Mary is a leader in the North Bay.
We think that leadership is one of the key things in improving the quality of life in the North Bay. And when you're trying to address the challenges of the day, like transportation, education, all those kinds of things, it requires leadership. And so it's not enough to just be leaders. We want to help grow leaders. And so we wanted to celebrate leadership and honor people who are demonstrating leadership to inspire others to try and become leaders.
As a group, working regionally, we can be far more effective than anything we could do individually.
In Petaluma, community business and city leaders are pooling resources, coming together and planting seeds to improve the health and well-being of the city's youth. Together, they are blowing the whistle on obesity.
There's 1, 2.
And teaching students how to kick unhealthy habits while they're young. Support Healthy and Active Kids in Education, or SHAKE, was founded amid growing concerns about obesity, asthma, and diabetes among children. Parent volunteer Susan Gilmore crystallized a vision for the program, but she says it took much more than just a good idea.
It's one thing to have a vision, it's another when the community gets involved and on board and wants to support that vision, which is why this collaborative is so unique and exciting.
With support from community leaders such as Kaiser Permanente, Petaluma Healthcare District, and Sonoma State University, children are receiving a targeted education about healthy eating and physical fitness.
There's many different examples throughout the community of how people have come together to work on a shared goal for the benefit of youth. And SHAKE is one example, and I believe SHAKE is possible here in Petaluma because of the culture that exists in Petaluma. It's a very special place to live and work.
Students learn about healthy foods through SHAKE's gardening program, where they cultivate vegetables and get excited about growing them and eating them.
We almost got this thing out! We almost got it! Got it! Everyone, please!
It's a masterpiece!
SHAKE has also secured funding to bring in dedicated physical education specialists for each school.
You're going to control it, and then you're going to pass back. Okay? Now control it, Caleb, before you pass, and then pass. Right. Okay?
These specialists are partnering with Sonoma State University to develop grade-by-grade physical fitness programs.
The difference in the PE program is that it really intensifies fitness, where before it was a general PE program and kids had a lot of game experiences, but fitness wasn't at the center of what we did.
The Petaluma Healthcare District says it's confident SHAKE is a program it can stand behind.
As we were looking for programs that would be successful, when we saw this program, we thought this looks like a successful program. As we've monitored it, we see that it definitely is.
Now grants are ensuring students receive a solid foundation for healthy living.
What this has enabled us to do is really form a common vision with the community to support our children, and that is very exciting.
To see the results at each school site, the gardens and the PE programs, but the enthusiasm of the community, our community sponsors who so readily came out and in support of this project, and the fact that there's room to grow with that, we will continue to solicit contributions from the community, from the medical community, and grow the programs and be able to add more hours, etc., to what we already have started.
SHAKE is a prime example of community building, where passionate and motivated leaders are working together to set youth off on the right foot to lead healthy, productive lives. SHAKE has truly brought together leaders in the North Bay.